Howdy campers. It is June 19th, 2013. It is 3:47 in the afternoon. I got my, back there on the refrigerator, I've got my confirmation letter for my interview for SACRT, which is cool. Got that in the mail today. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about a book that I just finished reading a couple of days ago. Now, I do not like the Twilight series. I tried reading the first book before I even saw the trailers for the movies. Because all of my friends were like, "Oh my god, it's Twilight, it's so cool, it's so good, oh," and you know, that big buzz that was in the media and stuff about it. So I went and tried to read it, and I didn't like it. Didn't like the way it was written, and so I never did read the entire series. And then I started seeing trailers and movie reviews and stuff like that about the movies, and from that I drew the conclusion that I did not like the main character at all. And despite what people think, Edward is not the main character, Bella is. So Bella is a codependent, kind of whiny female, and I tend not to like those types of main characters. Even if it was a whiny guy, I still wouldn't like it. I just don't like characters like that. Anyway, so I never watched the movies and I never read the books. Surprisingly, I like some of the fanfic because they take the basic characters and they change things. And a good portion of the time, Bella in the fanfic is a much stronger person than she is in the books. It's just like, in comparison, I watched the True Blood TV show, and I really like Suki Stackhouse. And then I tried to go and read the books, and discovered that the girl in the books is not as awesome as the one in the TV show. The one in the TV show is stronger. She's like emotionally stronger, she's mentally stronger, she's smarter, you know, all that stuff. And then the one in the books is just like, she's dumb. So that's what I thought when I was trying to read the first book in the book series. So anyway, to get back to my point, Stephanie Meyer wrote another book, I believe before Twilight even came out, called The Host. And I saw a movie trailer for the Host movie and thought it looked really cool. And then a friend of mine said that he told me that it was a book, and told me to go read the book. And I'm like, but it's Stephanie Meyer, I don't like the Twilight series. Like, it's completely different than the Twilight series. Go try it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like, my local library, the SAC library, offers ebook borrowing. So I found an e-copy of it, and I borrowed it, and I read it. And I must say, even if you hate Twilight, even if you hate the books, I mean, seriously, go and try to read The Host, because the main character, actually two people, but you'll get why I say the main character. The main character is mostly strong, independent, you know, it's a really good book, and it doesn't go into massive detail about what's going on in the world around this character, but it does go into enough detail that you can kind of understand what's going on worldwide, and it's a really good book, and it's sci-fi, which is kind of cool, but it's sci-fi, but you'll understand. Just go read it. It's a really awesome book. I put a review of it out there. I think it's on Amazon and it sorry, my screensaver started again. And like I said, I did not like Twilight. I did not like the way she wrote her the story would have been fine. Um, I would have kept trying it because I read really bad fanfics, so like I would have kept trying to read it if it weren't for the fact the format I didn't like and the main character was, I learned later, a little bit, annoying. But the host is awesome, and from reading the book and the fact that she's got you know say so in the movie script, I think it's going to turn out to be a really good movie as well. So just go try to read it and see what you think. Um, and then go talk to your friends about it. And if you really like the book, go see the movie because, as we all know, um, you know, very rarely um, do movies turn out close to the book, and from what I can tell from the trailer, it's going to be pretty close. I mean, for Christ's sake, I didn't like what is it, Harry Potter movies um, 5 through 7, and I barely liked 4. Uh, I've seen, I haven't seen the last 3 movies. I have, I didn't say 1 through 7. I mean, there's 8 movies or 7 books. I didn't see the from 6, 7, or 8. I didn't see those because um, they had. I realized that you can't, because the books are so long, there's so much detail in the story and everything like that, you can't really keep everything, but there is in my opinion, a very important subplot that involves Dobby that they completely disregarded and gave credit to Neville for 2 of the major things that Dobby helped Harry with. And then you get to the end um, you don't understand why Harry's so devastated when what happens to Dobby happens. So it's annoying for me because they basically what they did is but they wrote the scripts, book by book, movie by movie, because the last what 2 books weren't even out yet when they first started doing the series as movies, and it's obvious that um, they didn't realize just how important Dobby was going to be at the end, and so they just completely disregarded him, and it annoyed me immensely. I will probably someday break down and watch the last 3 movies, but I don't even have them in my DVD collection at the moment. So we'll see. I do like the entire book series, except for the whatever years later epilogue thing where you find out what happened to them in the future after the battle. Um, I don't agree with the canon ending where she pairs up Harry and Ginny and all that. So I don't agree with that. But as the way she wrote it, I like the rest of it though. My absolute favorite of the series is Goblet of Fire. Um, so yeah. Anyway, there are other books that I'm reading still. I'm still reading Quarantine and Circus Galactica, or whatever that is. And I'm reading this other one called Lost Code, or something like that. It has something to do with Atlantis. It looked interesting. It's an ebook. So I will continue to read it and tell you guys about it when I'm done. If you guys have suggestions of books I should read, I tend not to get drawn into uber serious, uber detailed books, like Wheel of Time or whatever that was. I don't read stuff like that. I don't read Lord of the Rings. or anything that's like that. The only super detailed, serious books that I read um, generally are things like Clan of the Cave Bear or Stephen King. So um, I usually stick to young adult titles like Ender's Game, Alvin the Maker series, Harry Potter, um, the Oh My Gods and God's Boot Camp, stuff like that. Things that aren't necessarily very long, that have a good plot, but they move fairly quickly, you know, stuff like that. So if you've got a suggestion, if you've read something that you think I might be interested in, put it in the comments, and I will go and read the synopsis and determine whether or not I want to read it or not. Um, and I will comment on whether or not I will or won't, or if I am, on any of the books that you suggest. I need something to do. So, right. I know this is not actually a book. I've got a, um, I've got a subscription to Game Informer, and I just got this month. It's got Titanfall on the cover, and I read the article about the Xbox One that they've got in there. Well, I didn't read the entire article because they put it in segments, and so I read the stuff that I was interested in. The new Kinect sounds really awesome. I gotta find out whether or not it's if it's compatible with the 360, which would be kind of cool if it was, because then you can buy the brand new Kinect, put on your 360, because apparently they've made massive improvements on it, and you're able to use it in a smaller space than the old Kinect, and that's beneficial for me here. So the new Kinect sounds really cool. The DVR capabilities on both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, they've mentioned that in the article, sounds really cool. I was very disappointed to read that the guy from the magazine, the reporter or whatever, did not ask anything to do with the DRMs at all, whether it was the game DRMs or the internet check feature. He didn't ask any of those questions. Those are some stuff that I was really interested in knowing more about, and yeah, it didn't happen. But I did read some of the other articles about some of the games and everything that are coming out, and they look super cool, and really looking forward to it. So if you have the capability of getting a copy from your friend or GameStop or whatever, go get the new Game Informer. There's the Xbox One article, and there's some really cool reviews and articles about games that are coming out that are interesting. I will talk to you guys later. I might do another short video here, and then that'll be it until probably tomorrow, unless something new happens. Talk to you later.